Let's see. Thoughts on Dictator Murphy in New Jersey? I wish I had something stronger than a soda to answer that question. I'm going to try to keep this family friendly. And I want to start actually by noting that we've had a lot of governors who've done some pretty unexpected things in a good way. Governor J.B. Pritzker in Illinois. I don't think I've ever agreed with a Second Amendment related decision with Governor Pritzker, but he specifically said gun stores are essential businesses and can remain open. Connecticut Governor Ned Lamont did the same thing. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear said the same thing. All of these are Democrat governors. So I think it's important to note those individuals who have done the right thing before we start talking about those individuals who have not done the right thing. Governor Phil Murphy, when he reopened gun stores this week, he said he did so not willingly, but because of the DHS guidance that was handed down. And if it were up to him, we know that Governor Murphy would have kept these gun stores closed. He said at one of his emergency briefings that he feels that a society is safer when there are fewer guns around. And those guns are in the hands of law enforcement and the military. So Governor Murphy does not want his residents to be able to protect themselves with a firearm, even at the same time as you've got hundreds of officers in New Jersey who have already tested positive for the coronavirus. You've got people who are being let loose right now, supposedly nonviolent offenders, or they may have violent criminal histories in their past, and they're being put back out on the streets. Again, it is perfectly reasonable for somebody who does not currently own a firearm to want a gun for their own protection or the protection of their family right now. And you know what? Even beyond it being perfectly reasonable, it's always constitutional. Always. Whether we're in a state of emergency or not, it's your right to do so. And Phil Murphy, again, is doing everything he can to put up barriers, impermeable barriers between you and your right to keep and bear arms if you live in the Garden State. So I was thrilled that he got sued. It looks like we've seen a consent agreement signed in the lawsuits that were brought, but those lawsuits can be reactivated if Murphy does not abide by the terms of that agreement. If he decides to, pursue additional restrictions on gun owners going forward, we will see litigation, and we may see litigation regarding the closure of gun ranges in New Jersey. That's still, I think, a possibility. I'd love to say that Phil Murphy's going to get voted out of office over this. I don't think he is. I really don't. I mean, it is New Jersey we're talking about, but given the number of new gun owners and the number in New Jersey of people who can't be new gun owners, even though they want to be, I hope that this does have an impact on politics in the Garden State and going forward. And it's so critically important that, we elect officials who are not going to use a crisis as an excuse to strip people of their constitutional rights. That's exactly what we're seeing in New Jersey. I'm glad, again, that there was a lawsuit. I eagerly await more if need be. But, I think it's going to be incumbent on gun owners across the state of New Jersey to remind voters of exactly what Governor Murphy tried to do to their right of self-defense during this national emergency.